Assalamualaikum. Most divorced Muslim men are not broken by the divorce itself. They stay broken because they keep waiting to feel ready before they rebuild. That waiting is the real trap because composure does not come back through motivation. It comes through something most men quietly resent. That is a boring, repetitive routine. By the end of this video, you will understand how divorced Muslim men rebuild calm, focus, and self-respect. Not by chasing feelings, but by building simple structure. I want to share with you about why your mind feels chaotic right now, what actually restores stability, and the one identity shift most men miss. If you're watching this while forcing yourself to function, going to work, co-parenting, smiling for the family, while your chest feels heavy and your mind refuses to stay quiet, this is for you. Look, I'm not a therapist. I'm a Muslim man too, who went through it. And for months after my divorce, I kept waiting to feel better before I acted. I thought motivation would return first. It didn't. And that waiting almost destroyed what was left of me. Because divorce does not only break routines, it fractures identity, and that fracture creates a very specific problem. Your mind becomes loud, not because you are weak, because chaos fills every empty space. For example, you scroll, you reread old messages, you check if she moved on, you replay conversations again and again, like punishing yourself. And slowly, your self-respect starts leaking out in private. You react instead of respond. You obey emotions instead of principles. You search for relief instead of order. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The thing that will save you looks painfully ordinary and boring. That is exactly why many men reject. Because it is not exciting, it is not dramatic, and it does not give instant relief. But it works. I used to chase stimulation to shiny object syndrome. New techniques, like new motivation, new ways to feel better. Then I realized something. Allah did not build us for constant excitement. He built us for consistency. So I did something boring. I removed noise, distractions. No more checking her social media, no endless scrolling late at night, no feeding every painful thought. Then I built non-negotiables. Praying on time, no matter what. Morning zikir. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. I do this before I touch my phone. And a little bit of reciting Al-Quran, one verse, two verse, maybe a page. Immediately after that, I go for a walk, I lift weights. And as I do that, I breathe through my nose instead of through my mouth. All this done with focus. And of course, I sleep at a fixed time. Look, this is not inspiring, but all the things I share with you is repetitive. And after a few weeks, something changed. Life did not become easier. I became calmer. That mattered because for the first time, after many, many months of going through turmoil during my divorce, I could sit with painful thoughts without running to escape from it. I could pause before reacting, and that pause became power. And that is the shift. Composure is not the absence of emotion, It is the pause before reaction. You train this through breath, through exhaling slowly, through returning to Allah, returning to the present, returning to what you control. Focus is subtraction. Subtraction from what? It is to remove what steals your attention first, because attention is actually amana. You got to guard it carefully. Do the hard thing before the easy thing, and then comes self-respect. This part is deeper. Self-respect is mostly private. It is keeping promises to yourself when nobody is watching, because Allah still sees. That means real boundaries. Boundaries with your ex, with your friends, with your family. Boundaries with desire, with your phone. And boundaries with excuses. Yes, yeah, you can use tools to help. For example, I would suggest you think of using AI, ChatGPT, Claude, and many more. Use it to plan your workouts, organize meal, to journal your thoughts, or build a schedule. But never hide behind those tools. The discipline is still must be lived by you. That's the truth. So remember this. A divorced Muslim man does not heal by waiting for motivation. He rebuilds through structure. Pray, move, breathe, work, reflect, sleep, then repeat. Look, this is not a perfect routine, but when done consistent, inshallah, you become the kind of man who trusts himself again. And when that happens, you stand different, speak different, lead different. If this hit you in the chest, you already know why. And I created the Muslim Man Rebuild Playbook for brothers like you who is rebuilding after divorce with discipline, clarity, and dignity. Don't provide any fluff or fake positivity. It's just structure. And the link is in the description below. If this message resonated, subscribe to the channel, because this channel is not for everyone. It is specifically for Muslim men who choose discipline over comfort. And comment below, are you ready to choose routine over waiting? Assalamualaikum.